These are my 6 reasons on why you are not achieving your success or accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. Number 1 on my list would be sleep. You need to be getting the correct amount of sleep in order for your brain and body to function correctly, in order for you to gain clarity within your mind and allow you to execute the best option or optimal outcome for your life. You may be thinking that grinding all the time on 4-5 hours of sleep will be doing you good. It ain't. That ain't no good for you. If you truthfully want to be able to think critically and be able to optimize your thinking plan or optimize the way that you think and the way that your brain functions, which in the end will allow you to achieve success or accomplish the things that you want to accomplish, then you need to be getting the correct amount of sleep. Correct amount of sleep will also allow your body to repair itself, so you won't be feeling fatigued. You go to sleep just to wake up tired? No, that's BS. You should be going to sleep, waking up ready, energized for the day. It don't matter about if you have to start turning off the TV at this time. It don't matter if, you can't get this last rep, and you need to make sure that you be getting your sleep. It's optimal. It's part of your self-care. If you truthfully want to be living the best lifestyle, that means the best self, then you need to take care of yourself correctly. Within doing this, you can achieve more, like I said, and you can do things within your life that leads to success because you have more thinking power, more mental real estate, and you're not such fatigued. You're so much more better, or you perform a lot better when you have energy, when you have mental capacity to think, when you have these different things. But without sleep, without the correct sleep, you will not be able to achieve these things. Like I said, there should be no reason in the world why you guys are going to sleep waking up tired. The whole point of sleep is to get rest and wake up ready, well rested. You don't go lay down for rest and rest forever. No, rest is a short period of time that allows your body to repair itself, your mind to repair itself, allow you to gain the thinking capacity, the mental real estate, and allow you to perform the best that you can perform. So within doing this, you can understand that, sleep is very, very optimal for you in order to have the optimal outcome. Are there people out there that perform great on low sleep? Yes, but that's like 98% of the population that does not. 99% of the population that does not. Especially when you are starting something. If you are starting a business, if you're starting a company, if you're starting to do a new workout, if you're starting to do something new and you want to achieve it, get some good sleep, get some good rest. There's my grandma, my Nana told me always since I was a kid. She would always tell me when I was in school that I need to get good sleep before a test. Why? So that my brain can think at the highest capacity, it can perform the best. And truthfully, there has been times where I did not listen to her, so I know from experience how sleep can affect. There's been times in my life where I haven't got enough sleep and I wake up and go to work and it's horrible performance. Wake up and go to the gym, horrible performance. Wake up sore, wake up tired, horrible performance. But when I did listen, or when I do take these things into consideration, I'm able to actually perform the best that I can perform. So number 1 on my list is sleep. Once you are able to gain enough sleep, like I said, you can optimize your thinking. You can optimize your brain power. You can optimize your physical power. You can optimize all these different aspects within your life that not only helps you succeed, but will allow you to succeed or achieve whatever you're trying to achieve. Now, let me remind you that all these things on the list are very, very important. So I would not categorize one above the other. This is just 6 things that is stopping you from achieving success or being able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Number 2 on my list would be your environment and the negative vices within your environment. If you are constantly surrounding yourself with music, people, and multiple other different things that are not the optimal for you or not the correct environment for you, then you are going to optimally fail. That's the path that you are choosing if you do these things. If you listen to low frequency music, what's going to happen? You're always going to be on a low frequency. You're always going to be sad. You're always going to be depressed. You're always going to be angry. You're always going to feel guilt for the things you've done in life. These are all emotions that are on the lowest frequency. Now, if you listen to things that make you happy, if you listen to music that makes you happy, motivational talks that make you happy or pump you up, what do you feel? You feel energized. You feel optimal. That starts cultivating the correct energy within yourself, which optimally changes not only your environment, but your success rate, as well as if you actually are going to achieve your success. Now, like I've said in the past, in some of my other pieces of content, if you are constantly surrounded by these negative things, what's going to be your output? What's going to be the product of you? Negative. Garbage. You are the business. Whatever you cultivate is the product. You can own a business, but if you want that business to do better, then you have to be better within yourself. That comes into part with your environment. If you are not constantly living for a better environment, or if you are not constantly putting yourself into a better environment, or maybe you need to just quit what you're doing now or quit hanging around the friends that you're hanging around and put yourself into an alone environment or into an environment with other people, then things around you will change, your product will change, and you'll start to achieve more and have a higher success rate. Within this life, and understanding this, we can understand that not only the friends, the things we watch, the things we consume, the environment, the vices are holding us down, or they're bringing us up. It's one or the other. We live in a life of duality, black and white, quiet and noise, night and day, bad and good. So understanding that your environment plays a key role within your success, then you can optimally change how your success performs, or the rate of it, or if you even are going to succeed, or if you are going to achieve what you're going to achieve. It's like I'm giving you guys the key to your success, but you must apply it. You must apply these different things to your life in order to optimize your success rate. There's been studies shown that if you are doing horrible and you start putting yourself around people that win, start putting yourself around people that are successful, not only do you see where you've been slacking within your life, but you're able to level up, right? You go to Miami, for example, and everybody's driving Ferraris and Lamborghinis and Rolls Royces and all these different vehicles. People are stepping out with $1,000 shoes. You know, some people get in the gym and get built, and you start seeing people coming out of that gym built. You start seeing them step into a vehicle that is considered a high value vehicle. Then what's going to happen? You're going to start to see where you have been failing. Your environment will truly change who you are, not only, like I said, by you being able to assess and see the failures in which places you are failing at, but your environment will change you, because if you are in a better environment, if you're around people making money, if you're around people being successful, achieving similar like things that you want to achieve, then you can get help, then you can have aid, then you can have a little crutch or a little hack, life hack to whatever it is you're trying to achieve, because you're going to an environment of people that have experience, that have done or are doing the things that you are doing. Not only that, but your environment can also motivate you. If you're constantly filling up your environment with things that motivate you, then what's going to happen? You're more likely to actually do things. If I'm being motivated to go to the gym, what's going to happen? That motivation's most likely going to take me to the gym. Now, does motivation burn out? Yes, so that's where dedication comes in. That's where drive happens. But within these things, you can understand that your environment plays a big role on your success rate. Your environment will depict how successful you are, if you're going to be successful, if you're going to achieve the thing you're going to achieve, and so on and so forth. Number 3 on my list of reasons why you are not successful or achieving the things that you want to achieve is your health and nutrition. Now, this plays into sleep, but I would say it's just as important as its own category. Health and nutrition is very important, not only to get your brain the nutrients that it needs in order for you to think, and again, like sleep, be able to create an optimal think or thought, create the most effective plan, or be able to produce the best product. If you have correct nutrition, if you have the correct health within your life, then not only will you be able to have the nutritions that will allow you to strategize and think correctly, but as well as the health will gain you clarity within your mind, just as sleep does. You'll be able to have that mental real estate. You'll be able to think clearer. You'll be able to problem solve better. And ultimately, you'll be able to act better. Correct nutrition and health, you'll be able to optimize in the product that you produce, as well as be able to create a lot more peace within yourself. And peace or mental real estate is something very important in order for you to create the best product, in order for you to produce what you need to produce, think critically, and ultimately problem solve. Now, another key thing within health and nutrition is that you will feel better. You'll be less tired. You'll be less fatigued. You'll be less sluggish. And so you'll not only be able to think better or produce a better product, but your productivity levels will go up. You'll be able to produce more. You'll be able to act more, as well as correct nutrition can even increase your reaction time. And if you are working towards a goal that has better reaction time, then that is something needed. For example, if you're working on creating better physical fitness, then your reaction time could be critical, especially for something like baseball, basketball, football, any sports that require react time. And as well as, like I mentioned, you won't be sluggish. When you have the correct nutrition, your body gets the correct energy and nutrients that it needs in order for you to not be tired, not be sluggish, produce more, and ultimately that will create a way better product. If you are eating bags of chips every day, no, I'm not saying that, you're gonna die. But what I am saying is that you will feel different than if you were eating healthier foods. You will have more energy if you eat better foods for you, vegetables and fruits, and more clean foods. You will feel better. And as we all know, how you feel is also a way of showing, or a mirror to how your product is going to be. If I feel horrible, I'm not going to hop on the camera, because then what I'm saying won't be true and authentic to how I feel. But if I feel great, then I'm going to hop on here and I'm going to teach. I'm going to spread that greatness. If you're being negative and you're making music, what's going to happen? Your audience is going to feel that energy and become negative. No, there is nothing wrong with getting out your emotions or the problems while you are making music. But what the problem comes from is when you start changing people in a negative way. There's many artists out there that use music, and I'm just using music as an example, but this can apply to anything in life. This can apply to sports. This can apply to business. This can apply to many things. But music, for example, if artists are constantly pouring their emotions and letting these things out into music, that's good. But when they release the music, now other people are feeling that pain. People are feeling that negative. And if an artist is talking about something that he has went through, she has went through, then a person could relate to that, and that only brings them back into the pain that they once felt. And in this life, if we're trying to live the most optimal life and not only have the best success rate, but be happy while doing it, we do not want to be negative. What's the whole point? I thought we were trying to achieve things. I thought we were trying to be successful. And within the success, we have to be at high levels of frequency, positivity, feeling good. Because, like I said, how you feel will be a reflection or a mirror on how your product comes out. So, now that I've explained to you why health and nutrition is very important, I guess that leads us to number 4 on my list, which is cutting out all of the pointless or BS tasks within your life. If you are constantly filling up your free time with pointless tasks that get you nowhere, I'm sorry to tell you, you're not going to be successful, or your success rate will be significantly less. If you are constantly filling up your free time with scrolling or other things that will not only get you nowhere, but it's a waste of time, then genuinely you are wasting time and you won't be as successful or achieve the things that you want to achieve. Now, I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with scrolling as long as you are learning the correct things. Clearly, you're scrolling if you've came across this. Clearly, you're watching this video if you've been on YouTube, or if you're going through my social media, or if you follow me and I'm on your page, then that's the correct kind. You're not wasting your time, you're learning. It's the same way that you would learn from a digital class. It's the same way that you would learn from online college or whatever it may be. This is the correct way of scrolling, but scrolling for pointless things, watching, videos that you won't remember in 5-10 minutes, watching things that won't help you achieve things in life or motivate you, that's pointless scrolling. Now, another thing too is video games. Lots and lots of people love video games, including myself. I was addicted to playing video games for the longest time, but when it becomes a waste of time is if you're not doing nothing with it. If you're genuinely staying up all night, wasting time playing video games because you don't have time to play it in the day because you have a job, then where's that time for you to create that success? Where's that time for you to create the optimal outcome? There is no time. You're wasting it on games. And I have a family member within my life that he loves to play video games, and he's actually very good at it. But it's a waste of time, I tell him, if he doesn't record and capitalize off of it. There's people streaming, there's people making YouTube videos of gameplay that make money, which in the end, like in my last video, money enhances your life. You don't need it to be happy. Money will enhance the things that you're able to do and make a broader spectrum of the things that you can do. If I have money, I can travel to more places. If I have money, I can be a little bit less stressed on financial situations. But like I said, removing all the BS tasks or the tasks that are wasting your time when you could be working on something better is one of the reasons why you are not successful or achieving the things that you want to achieve. Once you start filling up this time with useful tasks, with things of learning, like watching this, with things of motivation that pushes you to do what you need to do, or with things that are going to allow you to capitalize, like I mentioned. And really, if you are looking for tasks to fill up this time and you absolutely can't find none, fill them with self-care. Fill them with, drinking enough water. Fill them with, gaining clarity or silence within your mind. Fill this time up with being able to take care of yourself. In the end, like I mentioned, you are the business and your product will depend on you. How good it is depends on how good you are. If you want to produce the best product, you need to have the best product maker. Well, what's the best product machine? Is the machine that works correctly, functions great, has energy to function, and is able to get the job done. So that will increase your success rate. It will allow you to become more successful. And not only that, but it will allow you to make money, achieve goals, or whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. So that brings me to number 5 on the list, which for me, like I said, none of them are above each other, but your consistency and dedication. Someone that tries multiple times, continues to keep trying, stays consistent, although they may fail more, their success rate is a lot higher because their failure gives them opportunity to gain a win, as well as they gain experience through the failures. And lo and behold, the more consistent you are, the more that things start to flow. Things start to get into gear. It's like a rusty chain. When it keeps on going, when it stays consistent, that rust will start to break off and it gets smoother and smoother and smoother, hopefully. Now, I'm not saying that every single rusty chain will do this, but if you are staying consistent, things will get smoother and it'll add up. If you consistently stay in the gym, what's going to happen? That muscle will start to add up. It's going to be a lot easier to get into the gym. The weight's going to start to get easier. By staying consistent, you reach success or achieve the goals that you are trying to achieve a lot more easier. And your dedication. I put these two together because I feel like they play a role within each other. The more you're consistent, the more dedicated you will be. The more dedication you have, the more likely you will be to be consistent. Your dedication plays a key role because if your motivation burns out, like I said, then this dedication, this drive is what's going to push you, which ultimately your dedication will mostly come from your reason why. So if you have an amazing reason why, then you're most likely going to have a high drive for whatever it is that you are trying to achieve. Like I said previously, when you are having high drive and consistency, you are able to achieve more. And this drive not only allows you to continue working, staying consistent when you are unmotivated, but that flame of motivation will be a lot more likely to come back if you stay driven. It's like some people go to the gym for 2 months and then quit. Why? Because they're not fully dedicated. They only had that spark of motivation, and the dedication is the flame. The drive is the flame. Yes, if you add more gas to the flame, it's going to get bigger. That'll be like motivation. Motivation will keep your flame up high, but if you never had a flame to begin with, motivation is good sparker. But it's up to you to keep that flame going, because sometimes you will run out of gas. Sometimes you will need to pour more gas in, but you don't got the gas yet. And so that's like your resources. That's all these different things. So your consistency and dedication play key roles together for the fact that once you are consistent, you'll be more dedicated. And if you're more dedicated, you're more likely to stay consistent. So I put those both at number 5. And I believe truthfully that they will change your outcome. If you stay consistent and stay driven, you will most likely, and it's not a guarantee, but with each step of these, as well as your own journey put together, you'll be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve. You'll be able to become successful, whether it's financial success, whether it's health success, whether it's success within something that you're participating in, whatever it may be. Achieving and becoming successful is 100 times more easier if you're consistent and dedicated to what it is. It may sound cliche for me to sit here and say, oh yeah, if you stay consistent, then things will happen, because everyone says it, but it's honestly very true. It's very, very true. And I understand the reason why so many people preach it. Once you start putting all of these 5 things together, as well as with number 6, you will see a lot better results. So within this list, I could not leave out consistency and dedication. So that brings me to number 6 on the list. Now, these 6 aren't going to be the only reasons why you are unsuccessful, or the only reasons why you are not achieving the things that you are wanting to achieve. But these 6 will definitely help, like I said, and there's many more things that I teach. I do have a free Telegram for you guys to join, and these 6 are not going to be the only reasons why you are unsuccessful or not achieving the things that you want to achieve. But some other things that I left out of this video will be in my Telegram, as well as I do have online courses and modules that I can give to you. Of course, they cost money, but once you have them, it does make your life a whole lot easier when you are achieving these things. But number 6 on my list would be you are worried or stuck on the things that you don't have rather than the things that you do have. When you are constantly worried about what you don't have, you are unable to fully use all the tools that you do have. It's like having a toolbox full of all kinds of different tools, but you're worried because you don't have a hacksaw. Yet you do have different tools within your toolbox, but you forget about these, or you blow them off, or you don't use them to their full potential because you're still worried about the hacksaw. Yes, you may not have certain things within your life, but what I do promise you is that you have at least a little bit of flame within you. If you're watching this video, you at least do have a little bit of knowledge given to you. As for, I'm giving you a free Telegram. I have different opportunities for you to learn and capitalize for yourself, as well as I'm giving you this free video. So you're not completely stranded. You still have resources within your life, as well as there's many other people out there that provide different things for free and paid. One key factor to being able to focus more on what you have instead of what you don't have is just start thinking about all the things that you're grateful for. Start thinking about the things that you do have, and slowly but surely the things that you don't have will start to fade out of your sight. You'll start to worry less and less about them. You'll start to care more and more about what you do have, and you'll be able to achieve more. And when you are more focused on what you do have, you can utilize them to the max potential. You can utilize this hammer or this screwdriver to its max potential, although you don't have a drill or a mallet. You can still utilize it. And so within understanding this, you can do these things within your life and optimally work out the perfect situation for you. So with the combination of all these different things, when you're staying dedicated and consistent, getting the correct amount of sleep, removing all the negative vices out of your environment, as well as changing your environment. When you are removing all the BS or nonsense tasks within your life and filling them up with things that matter. When you have the correct health and nutrition, and when you are not worrying about what you don't have, and instead keeping your mind focused on what you do have, you can optimally change and see better results. You will become more successful. You will be able to achieve more greater things, as well as achieve the things that you want to achieve. You can become financially successful. You can become any sort of successful or achieve any goal that you have in mind once you combine these things. And truthfully, the biggest life hack of them all is putting them all together. When you truthfully do put them together, it's like having a full wheel. Now it can roll. Instead of only having 4 sides of the wheel, and so it's a square, it don't roll too good. It just turns. When you have 5, that gives it a weird shape. When you put all 6 of these together, you are able to have that full wheel, and it rolls a lot better. It rolls a lot easier. So, not saying that this will depict whether you are successful or not. That will ultimately depend on you, as well as if you truly want it, and if you are putting in all of these things. If you're putting in the effort, if you're putting in the dedication, the consistency, getting enough sleep, staying healthy, changing your environment, then I truthfully believe in you that you will become successful. And you need to believe in yourself as much as I believe in you. Believe in yourself as much as God believes in you. He will truthfully see your hard work. He will see through all the painful nights. He'll see through all these different things, and he'll be able to gift you success. That is my 6 reasons why you are unsuccessful, or not achieving the things that you want to achieve, or being able to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. If you liked this video, feel free to leave a like, feel free to leave a comment, feel free to subscribe for more content. And like I said, I do have a paid course and online modules, as well as coaching program that is more than happy to help you out. And I do have a free Telegram community that you can join, and these things will not only be daily motivation, but it'll have little bits of sauce and insights, data sets, if you will, on how to become more successful, how to keep the correct mindset, and how to ultimately achieve what you are wanting to achieve. So until next time, stay woke.